Welcome students to the third part of this chapter, and this is the last part of this chapter, light of class 8 from physics. Okay, so here we have already studied what? We have studied about rectangular surface, the glass slab or water medium, the refraction happened there. About prism also we have studied. Now we will study what happens in mirrors. Okay, what happens in spherical mirrors? Triangular, rectangular, square, everything we have studied. Now we'll study about circle. Okay, like a mathematics. So no wasting time, let's go. See, now there are the curved or the spherical mirrors. So curved or spherical mirrors, if you see, take one circle and we cut, means from the center a little bit distance, will cut both the paper. In a circle, you have drawn a circle in a paper and you have cut it. Okay, you have drawn one middle line also, that is the optical axis, and the point where you have cut the line from center of center by drawing with the, obviously with the compass only will draw the circle. Then there is that point is a vertex. Okay, so there two surfaces what we got. One side, the red color, can you see? That is, in the red color, the inside will be the reflective surface. From there, reflection will be happen. And in the other position on the right curve, in the blue curve, you will see on the outer position, there will be reflective surface. Now, when the reflective surface will be inside, that is the concave mirror. Okay, means the inner curved surface will be the reflective surface, that will be the concave mirror. And when the reflective surface will be outside, that one will be the convex mirror. Okay, so two mirrors we will study. These mirrors we daily use in our day-to-day life. Okay, have you seen the spoon, you know? Okay, we take anything, the food, no? Spoon, just think about the spoon. The inner side, no, from where the food is taken, you think that food is taken, that is a concave side. Okay, and the outer side, no? Outer side is the convex. Okay, but now if you see the spoon, you take the spoon in front of and you see yourself. What you will see? The concave side you will see, you are looking upside down, you will see. Means your image will be inverted. And on the convex surface, okay, in the convex surface it will be straight, upright, fully. Whatever you are, you will see that one only in that spoon. Okay, students. Okay, now we will go one by one to the next slide of concave mirror. Okay, now let's see the concave mirror. This is a spherical mirror whose inner curved surface is the reflective surface. So rays will fall to the inner side. So from center of curvature, how you will draw this? From center of curvature, you just take center of curvature, that for the compass you take there, and just draw one arc. Okay, just draw one arc. Then from center of curvature you draw a straight line crossing that arc, that is the principal axis. Okay, and where it has connected that arc and that principal axis will be the vertex. Okay, and center of curvature and the pole, means where the arc you have drawn, the pole, this one middle point is there, that is the focus, means the midpoint of the center of curvature and the pole. Now here a real formed by a concave mirror can be captured on a screen, but a virtual image cannot be captured on a screen. Okay, in a concave mirror, a real image will be always formed on a concave mirror and can be captured also on the screen, but a virtual image cannot be captured on the screen. Now we have to know a little bit more about concave spherical mirror. So let's see here. Now these are some concepts there. What is the principal? What is the principal axis there? So this is nothing but the normal to the center of the mirror. Okay, I said you from center of curvature you just draw one arc there and just pass one line from there. That is the principal axis. Now there is one vertex. Can you see V? That point at which the principal axis touches the surface of the mirror. That is a vertex. And the center of curvature is what actually? This is a point on the principal axis which is equidistant from all the points on the reflecting surface of the mirror. That is denoted by C. Okay. Now more concepts are there. Let's see. Radius of curvature. What is radius of curvature? See there, capital R it is written, isn't it? This is nothing but the distance between center of curvature and the vertex, that V. Okay. Then focus and focal point. Focus lies between the center of curvature and the vertex F. That is the focus. And the focal length is what? Distance along the principal axis from the focus to the vertex. That is small f. Okay. Have you seen in the down? Focal length small f from F to P means the V vertex. So these are the mainly 6 concepts of the concave spherical mirror. So to understand what is spherical mirror, how to draw this, what are their parts. So first principal axis, then vertex, then center of curvature, then radius of curvature, focus and focal point, and focal length. So please students, this all are please note in your copy. This is very important for you, all the concepts of the concave mirror. Okay. So now we will go to some of the uses. Now let's see what are the uses of this concave mirror, where it is used. So concave mirrors are used in torches, headlights of the motor vehicle and in lighthouses. Concave mirrors are also used by the dentist to observe the teeth of the patients as they will give an enlarged view. So in a concave mirror you can see the view very bigly. So it is a very helpful for the doctors. Okay. Next, see here it is also used as a shaving mirror. It is used as solar power gadgets. Then dish antennas shaped like the concave mirror are used to receive the TV signals from satellites which are high up in the sky. And doctors use a concave mirror reflectors to produce a parallel beam of light for examining the body parts such as the eyes, ears, nose and throat. So now it is, I think, very clear for you all. Whenever you go near the doctor, you say, "Doctor, I know what type of mirror you are using." And if he says, "Yes, see, what type of mirror I am using? I know that is a concave mirror." Okay. So always remember, if you have to by heart the uses, no need to by heart. You just put everything in its place. You just think that, yeah, this is a concave mirror. Practically use the examples in your life. Then it will be very easier for you to remember the uses. Okay. Next, concave mirror we have talked about. Now we will talk about what? Convex. So convex mirrors are spherical mirrors where carved outer surface are the reflective surface, and here convex mirrors will form always the virtual images. Now light comes from that side. You have to draw from center of curvature the arc, but the light will come from the outer side. Okay. Now reflective surface will be outside. Now let's see the uses here. So uses are what? As a rear view mirror in vehicles such as cars. Rear view, it is looked at very small and virtual image. Okay. So cars, bus, what cars are there in back of you? You can see. So this mirror can be used to see a very much larger area in a very small place. Okay. So very large area we can see in a very small place. But concave was one very large view it can be seen. So that is the difference between these two. Okay. In shopping complexes and the large shops to keep an eye on the customers and the shoplifters if any. So these are the uses of the convex mirror. Okay. So now last we will study about the difference. We are talking about some images, real image, virtual image. Now what are those? Let's see. Difference is what? See, in the real image, the image which can be obtained on the screen is called a real image, and the image which cannot be obtained on the screen, that is known as the virtual image. Means this is just an illusion. Means that is not real, that is an illusion. So real image can be formed on a screen because light rays actually pass through it and is formed as concave mirror and convex lens. Lens is not now with you all. So just you'll remember that convex lens and concave mirror, real image is formed. And it is not possible to obtain a virtual image on the screen because light rays do not pass through it. Virtual image can be formed on a convex mirror and a concave lens. Cinema screen is an example of a real image, and our image in a plane mirror is a virtual image. Okay, so here we are stopping this chapter. Chapter is finished. Now we will go through some of the how the ray diagrams are happen in spherical mirrors. We will discuss this one later. In a later video, I will try to show you all the ray diagrams on spherical mirrors. But till now, this chapter is finished till here. So please all of you take care of yourself. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.